Szewczak, it's me, Maja Szewczak, and welcome to another Idea Sunday. I have those pieces and having this bunny box I've painted with glue and purple red. Glow-in-the-dark pigment. I want to do an inspired backpack for my dolls. So I was drawing some ideas for it so I could make this episode. Now, cue in the brainstorm with Maja Szewczak, please. Hello, welcome to Brainstorm with Maja Szewczak. I know I want it to be a backpack inspired by this box right here. I wanted to keep the shape. Sometimes I was thinking, is that a good idea? So let me show you the notebook ideas I was drawing, because I also wanted to include lots of raspberries. So I've started with the idea to just do it inspired by the box. Then I thought of adding curly hair and pom-pom, but didn't like that idea. Then I thought of adding stuffing, a bow, and these ears. That idea straight off from the idea that I had in mind, but this number 7 idea was the one that I've decided to use. This Maja Szewczak is a bunny backpack with a bow, like it's going to be purple, red, glow in the dark, but the accent things will use black and red gel pen. I will try to use it because I'm obsessed with this black and red gel pen for some reason. So, although I can't use it all over, for example on plastic, I will try other things that can give a similar effect. Okay, let's get making this. Off camera, I cut the pieces. Now it's time to glue them on to create the bunny shape that I was after. Having that box in front of me while I glue it on helps me know exactly where to reference the ears. Just using the box as a reference to know where I'm gluing things on. I think I want to trim this off. Okay, just have to get used to new scissors because my old ones I broke during a Polish video, so now I have these. The old ones were through a lot of Idea Sundays and Translucent Mondays and Polish videos. So it was kind of the time it was getting ready to break on me. But that's fine, I could just get new ones. Although I was used to the older ones. But oh well. Things like this can happen. And that's the reality of using scissors to cut cabochons. Things like these can happen sometimes, especially if you use them a lot for it. I know from experience that these things happen. But the episode where I broke these scissors will be in 1st of September, but in Polish, so please keep in mind that this episode where I broke the scissors by accident will be in Polish. But still, you get the idea, because some of my Polish-speaking audiences will even understand what I mean by the video, but for those who don't, I'm telling you why, just so you know. So, the reference actually helps me get the shape that I want. Just have to have it in front of me and look a lot to it. So, getting the shape. So I could I think it should be a bit more curved, but this ear okay, that needs to dry. Base has been built up. Now I'm going to cover it in synthetic stuffing to smoothen the texture. Just a drop of it, because that can pillow out a lot, that stuffing, and be very bouncy. So only a very, very, very small amount of such a tiny bunny would do. Covered up, but I can't see the bunny shape anymore. But that can be built up with colors. The purple, red, glow in the dark pigment can help. I'm going to apply it to the bunny. While it's still drying. So it could look like the box that I've made, but not in a box makeover, but just an inspired idea Sunday thing. I'm also going to turn this into a backpack. Now I can see the intended shape more. I'm getting used to it. I'm also going to make a pom-pom. But first, I'll need to stitch that together and then paint it the same as the bunny. On this red fabric that feels like wrapping paper, I've added the gel pen. They look like a red nebula, but the black and red gel pen also worked on the velvet fabric. You will have to look very, very closely in order for the glitter to be noticeable, but I'm noticing it, although I mostly see the black. So I'm going to use that for the straps. For the straps, I have stitched the fabric on the tulle fabric. Will be the layer over the wrapping paper fabric. I think it will work better this way if I'm using that type of fabric. But yet, have to color the tulle fabric. I'm going to do black and red stripes on the tulle fabric to give it a bit more texture. With this marker, I'm going to draw them on. Draw the stripes on. This will help it have an interesting texture looking thing. Done, and now the red for the rest of the tulle fabric. Once it's colored, I'm going to wrap it on the strap and stitch it together, and then I'll repeat all the steps for the second one. Now both straps are done. The glitter tulle fabric is glittery. I can only see slightly the red glitter from the black and red gel pen, but I can still see it good if that's the case. However, the body still has to dry, but that's okay. I can still work on the raspberries. I'm making raspberries out of these, and I have French raspberry marker that I'm going to use, hence the name of the project. Done. Okay, well, the bunny hasn't fully dried, But it's getting there. I've cut the fabric and I've made a base for the backpack. And I'm testing it to see if it fits. And we're going to stitch it on the bunny to make sure the shape looks right. But before that, while it's still drying, I'm going to get out the black and red gel pen and color the base with it. Colored. I'm also going to do some lining into it while the bunny is still drying. For the lining, I'll use this fabric. I tend to avoid it in doll clothes, but the practice with backpacks is very good learning curve before proceeding to lining in doll clothes, because I wanted to also be able to put it on the dolls, including the lining. And that's the thing that seems to be the problem. But I'll do lining on doll clothes next week, just so I could motivate myself to try it. Maybe for trousers or something, because I tend to get scared of putting lining in doll trousers. For that reason, but okay, let's do a backpack. So, going to select how much fabric I'm going to need and cut it. Okay, time to draw some raspberries onto the fabric before stitching it in, because it has to make sense. The raspberry theme of the raspberries I'm going to put in it. A mix of reds and pinks is what I'm doing. And a bit of green for the leaves. Once that is done, stitch it in. Added a press stud pocket to the lining that can open and close easily. And now we're going to stitch this on. After the lining is in the backpack, I've stitched on the bunny to the front. That will help me know where's the front and where's the back. The bunny has dried. Now it's time to stitch on a ribbon that could also be used as a closure for the backpack with press studs. So now we're going to stitch it here. Okay, I've stitched on the velvet ribbon and the press studs, and it opens and closes like this. Oh wow. Look at that. Because I wanted that as a detail of even how it opens and closes. However, there's this black thread coming out of it. I'm going to glue it as part of the bunny's mouth. Much better. Now it needs to dry. Then I stitched on the straps. Time for raspberries. I've stitched on the raspberries and the backpack is complete. And that's the finished product. I'm going to show you it in the dark with this bunny box that I have. Okay, time to turn off the torch to see it. The torch on my phone charges the glow in the dark. And wow, look how purple it is. The camera brings it out even more than what it is in person. And that is the glow in the dark. So that's the finished product. Please tell me what you think of it. And bye, Szewczak. See you in another video. Bye.